And joining me right now, we have the champion of a second table turf tournament. We have Joven.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations, you have won another one of these. How does it feel?
Feels really awesome.
I can absolutely imagine. So I do have a couple of things to actually ask you. This time I even made notes during the tournament, and one of the major notes that I am going to bring up right now, something interesting while I was doing the deep dive during the tournament. You entered the diamond bracket last time, and you played against AJ, and through much like this one, you were on the lower end. You had to secure a bracket reset, and then you managed to beat AJ 3-0. And this time it was maybe not as close as good of a play that Aaron made. Unfortunately, you did just clearly sweep him. How does it feel to What are some of your thoughts about what led to you claiming this throne a second time?
If I want to talk about how I came back after losing to him 3-0 so harshly earlier in winner semis,
Ooh,
I kinda
yeah.
I kind of started banning Lakefront, and then I realized oh yeah, I have a square deck that specifically counters his deck, because it's a bunch of 14 size cards or 13 size cards, and his square deck is 15 size cards. So I always win clashes. That's why I play the line deck there on square, and I always win against him.
That's an incredibly good point. This is more of just a silly one, but in the loser semifinals, you played against AJ, which, as I said before, that was the grand finals of the last one. How did you feel about that?
I don't remember much about that match.
Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough. It is not your response. You do not keep track of oh, who's my rivalry with. It's, I'm gonna destroy this person. And I do want to make a note on your destroying of people. Your decks appear to be on another level compared to a lot of players in this game. To make note of that, there was a game between you and Jack Shaney that was it got really close. He managed.
You mean the Gemini deck?
Yeah.
I mean the Gemini match, right?
Or Jack Shaney, the one he won that was a 10-point difference in Double Gemini. I saw your hand at the start. It was disgusting.
Exactly. We both had disgusting hands.
Yeah. But even then, you were winning in a lot of situations.
I could have won there actually, if I played it differently.
What would you have done differently to win it?
I would have not played the Tentabella. Instead, I would have just played Cohawk and then pass twice or something, and then I would have been able to special attack at 312 in the last turn, I think.
So, I know a lot of players, when they start off with a bad hand, they kind of just want to give in. What goes on in your mind when you get a less than favorable hand?
First of all, I think a lot of players are afraid to use their 312s early, just to do it. It's a 12 size card, and they often reach very far, so they're just not that bad to play early game.
I guess
then, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I guess just build better decks as well that don't have that many smalls.
Yeah, no, that's a tricky thing and hard thing to do, because it's you need the smalls to be able to fit in and do some really interesting combos, and especially mid to late, there's a lot of situations where you just run out of cards to be able to play, and so it's easy to think, well, I need small cards to do this. but also like I guess like you've got like a lot of larger size cards that are also flexible enough that they'll even fit in like tight knit stages situations that you've come across before, right?
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite big cards for like mid to late game?
Mid to late game. Okay, let me open the card list.
Yeah, open your card list. Because this is a little bit of a more technical question.
Koosuna is funny.
You like Kohozuna for the mid to late?
I mean, it kind of does fit a lot of places.
That's fair.
I mean, Gnarly Eddie and Marigold are classic because they fit around your starting block. So they're so easy to just fit in the middle game.
That is fair. That is fair. I had a different question, but I completely zoned out on that question. Let me see if it's maybe... Oh, yeah. So you just explained, like, use your 312s early. I have never seen so many 312s be used turn 2 outside of this tournament. Why do you think that was? Like, there were so many just aggressive 312s.
In this tournament, we have the new card splatter color screen, and that is such a good turn 2 option.
Why? I don't understand.
Because it has so much range. It is 6 diagonal range. That's the tied with Chili and Donny to be the most range in the entire game.
Okay. So it's a really good walling card that has become really popular. Like, it's great, like, at the end because you want to... Because it's really good. It can just fill up a lot of things, but it's really good early in as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a walling card though. It has a diagonal. You can reach it diagonally, right? It's just a good aggression. You have so much space you get from it.
I have other questions, but I might save them for others because I don't want to keep you here and forever, and I know a lot of other people want to be talked to and move on with their lives too. So I'll ask you my favorite thing to ask. Share us a cool fun fact about one of your OCs.
Ooh, you asked me this question before.
Yeah, you gotta give me a new fun fact.
I don't know if I have a new fun fact. Can I just do the old fun fact?
You can use the old fun fact again.
Okay, yeah. My Octoling is sanitized.
Actually, here.
In order to focus more on Tableturf. Clear your mind, you know.
So how did your Octoling get sanitized?
I haven't thought about it that much.
Fair enough. Alright, so congratulations on winning this Tableturf. Best of luck in future events. You take care. Thanks for participating.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Alright, so coming up next, from what it sounds like, our next person to interview is going to be Jack Shaney. Hello, Jack.
Hi.
So you had a first off, congratulations on third place. I know it doesn't, like, it can't feel that great, especially off of like that final play, but like, you had a really good run. You had an incredible run. You had like wild plays, and you're one of the few people that actually put Joven in like a tight spot. Let's see. Let's look at the bracket. Let's look at the bracket for a brief moment. Oh yeah, you're up there. So you managed to make it to winners finals against Aaron. And if I remember, no, oh, that was all with them, right? I do see that there was a part while you did unfortunately lose to Aaron 3-1, that first game, you got so many hard reads, man. It was so cool to watch. How did it feel to get read after read?
That was not. I could have done more, but I did not because there were so many things I was able to do at that point of time. It felt amazing.
Yeah. No, I can imagine, and it should. Like, while you didn't get to grand finals and ended up getting knocked out as you did, like, you had an incredible run. I do want you to understand that, like, you played out of your mind. There were so many good situations. I'm going to bring up very briefly, but I do not want that one, like, timeout interaction to be the focal point of this conversation, because there's no way that didn't sting. So let's go over to, you had a double Gemini match with Joven. He said that you also had a bad starting hand for that one.
Yeah.
And you managed to clutch it out with 10 points in the end. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I'm honest. I listened to the commentary for a bit, like after I got down, or then got knocked out. Yeah, like what was said was not really what was the game, because I had a horrible hand. Juven and I both had disgusting hands.
Okay.
Like from turn 3 on, we both had some okay cards, but then it got even worse, like after time. And yeah, after a few turns I wasn't even able to place my card because I did not get any of them that I need. Like I had Fry, Shiver, I have 3 of them. I had 3 of them in my hand, but I wasn't able to place them. Like, yeah, we both just had shit RNG, and then yeah, I won because of specials. That just was it.
I will take this moment to apologize to you, because I was wrong. I was not aware of, I mean, understandably, I was not aware of that. I didn't see your deck. I could have gone over and looked at your hand, but yeah, the way it looked like on the field, and at least from my perspective, it seemed like you had a pretty good hand, but I wasn't aware that you had a bad deck or your hand was like mistreating you as well. So I do apologize, because I got a little ham on that one. Well, no, not a little ham. I did go far more ham than absolutely needed to, so I am sorry for that. You did win it though, and can you explain what you kind of did in that matchup as well? Like, Joven explained his strategies once he was in a deficit. Why don't you tell me what you did in that situation?
So what I basically wanted to do from the beginning of the match, I just wanted to get into his space to destroy everything possible, which I kind of did, but I also did not. Then my strategy was to fill up my base, but I wasn't able to do it because I got the worst cards possible in that situation. Yeah, and then I realized that he had 0 special points, so I went to get more and more specials. So I can just out-special him 2 turns.
And
yeah, that basically was the game.
So, something that I made note of during this tournament, one of the biggest things, like, one of the biggest power plays you can do that's actually reasonable and feasible is what I'm currently calling is, like, I've already forgotten the term, but it's basically in the last 3 turns, you just have a powerful combo of, like, you get a special that plays off of into another special, and you manage to use your specials in a way where you, instead of like dropping like a single 17, you've got like a 6 into a 12 into the other 12. I don't know why I'm bringing this up here. I think I just wanted to talk about it, but like, how do you feel like that is a reliable and feasible thing that players might start like leaning towards as they figure out like how powerful and impactful that is? Do you think it's possible, or does that seem like something that is like very, very luck based?
I think you should definitely do that the whole time. Personally, I did that as well. Like, not in the games that I was streamed, but I always triple special. Yeah. Like, not always, but I used to in the other tournaments. It's just so powerful to have, like, instead of 24, you have, I don't know, 30 paint. You get 30 like points from specialing. That's what I mean. And yeah, you should definitely learn how to do that and manage your special points so you can do that.
If there was one thing you were to walk away with that you learned from this tournament, aside from the fact that Malik has a massive ego and sometimes likes to mouth people off, what did you learn?
That Splat Bomb is disgusting shit.
Yeah, it kinda is, like, that one
I lost 3 games because of that. 3 important ones.
Are you considering adding it to your deck, or?
It will be removed, and I will get Small Fry. That's
Oh, you mean like
going to be-
Splat Bomb is terrible, Small Fry is delish. Yes. Yes, I can like resonate with those feelings heavily. Like, even in the brief casual time that I played a long time ago, it was like, why am I playing Splat Bomb? This thing is so bad. And then you see Small Fry, I'm like, I have to make this card. It's so much better. And I make it, I'm like, oh.
I have to say, I think Splat Bomb is still better, but I lost 3 50-50s with it. And that's not how I want to lose a tournament, or like games in a tournament. So I'm just trying if Small Fry has like better RNG. I think Splat Bomb is way better.
I personally feel the other way, but also like, I'm gonna take your word for it because you know this stuff better than me. Why do you think the actually, why don't I invite you? Why do you think the Splat Bomb is better than Small Fry?
It always depends on the combos you got. Like, if you run, for example, the X-Card deck I run, you normally want to have a Small Fry, because Splat Bomb is not going to get activated, but I'm just too, like, poor to buy it. And I think Splat Bomb has, like, more combos in general. You can combo it with way more cards right now.
Okay.
For Small Fry, there needs to be more, like, other versions of cards. That's what I think. You need more versions of a card, like another, for example, heavy. This is not really the case, but just for example.
And
Then you can see it.
yeah. Okay. So there's like, it's what you're saying is overall it's much more flexible, but end of the day it is deck dependent on which one is arguably better. Because if you make a deck that's built to work with Small Fry better, then Small Fry is going to be better. But if you make a deck that's built for Splat Bomb to be better, it'll be better for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we hit the next one, because I know you're really wanting to go chill out. Share us a fun fact about one of your OCs.
Now we have a problem. What is OZ?
An OC is an original character. An example of that would be like your Splatoon avatar that you're playing with. Say that was a character like that. Let's say that's a self-insert character of yours. That doesn't mean that they're a one-to-one exact replica of you, because they live in the Splatlands and you live here. Their life experience might have been slightly different. So now you get to add a backstory to the avatar that you're playing as.
Okay.
Before you know it, you've got your own character.
Okay, this is going to be hard.
You don't
Is
have
it okay if I don't have an answer?
you don't have to answer, especially since I'm just introducing the concept to you. Next time I might expect one, so you're welcome. You can pass then too, but I've introduced the thing to you. You're welcome to think about it. Maybe next time I ask you this question, you'll have a fun answer, and I would love to hear about it.
Okay, we do that.
But actually, you know what? I've got a more fun question for you, based on who you are in this community. Do we have any other fun things coming up in Splatoon Tableturf that people should keep their eyes out on?
Yeah, we are having the next TBO next week, and maybe another TBO after that. This will be the last TBO before Christmas then, and the last one for this year, I think. Yeah, but I don't think there are many tournaments in December. There are like, I think, draft series will take place. I'm not sure, but there's not really things planned. There are not things planned.
Okay, cool. And you said Aaron would not be available for an interview in this one?
Yeah, I could ask AJ though, if they want. They placed fourth.
We could, but we could also just call it here. If Aaron isn't available, he played out of his mind. Really good games from him. Really good games from everybody. Like, that cannot be underrated. I've learned a lot from this tournament. I'll keep it in mind the next time I casually play. And yeah, congratulations on third place, Jack. It was really fun watching you climb through and get to where you were able to. With that
Thank you.
said, and everything finished up, I do believe that it is time for us to close things off. And as such, I would like to thank everybody for watching the second Diamond bracket. I would like to thank Jack and everybody else who allows me to not only like host with the streaming overlays and stuff, but also do commentary. It is very entertaining, and it has been very exciting to watch this, watch the competitive scene for this game just continue to get more players and get more games and so on and so forth. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you another time. Ciao!